What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today in the review box, we have the Spyker C12 La Turbie. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that last word on it, but we're just going to call it the Spyker C12 to make life easier on me. Now, this one is from DCT, which has since changed its name to Spyker. It has since changed its name to Shadow. So, before they did that, though, they released these. So, let's take a closer look at them and see if they are worth adding to your collections. So, let's get things started by looking at our casting itself here. And proportionally speaking, I'm happy to say that it all looks pretty good. It might be a touch on the narrow side of things. Perhaps a bit there. The other thing is that it looks like it rides too high. Like it looks almost lifted ever so slightly. Not horrendous, but definitely something to make note of. We'll go ahead and pop the real-life car up in the top right corner for you to do a little bit of comparison there. Now, when we're doing that, let's kind of deconstruct the body here. So basically, everything you're going to see here is going to be a die-cast metal. All the main body points here. Down the sides, these little intakes casted into the main body. When we get to the back here, this bumper section also going to be metal. And then this splitter section up front going to be metal. Our base is going to be plastic, but as you can see, it doesn't really protrude into anywhere that you can see when you have the model displayed normally. So that's definitely cool. All these kinds of louvers, vents, and stuff, these are all slightly casted in, but it's mostly tampo and paintwork over top of them. You do get a nice meshing in on the grill there. Interior, obviously a big bit of plastic there, looking good. Yeah, casting itself, not too shabby. We do get plastic mirrors as well. I did forget to mention that. Paint and deco. So there was, I believe, 6 choices. I'll go ahead and pop those choices up on the screen somewhere for you to see what your options were. I went with this blue one with a nice metal flake blue and then that kind of orangish tan kind of leather look interior, which I think looks pretty cool. And then the second one I went with was this metal flake black with the silver accents again, and then the red kind of burgundy interior with the silver accents and trim. I think these are my 2 favorites. However, it was hard to pass up on the orange one. It was hard to pass up on that silver one. So definitely some choices that, you know, I might go back and get another 1 or 2 here or there. Definitely some choices to think about. Moving into our details here, this is where this model really kind of makes its money. As you can see, we do get plastic inserts for the headlights here, which are very cool. We do get a little Spyker logo right there. This little trim going around the edge for the giant massive grille, which is texturized and painted, which looks pretty good. Little extra lights down here. Making your way down the sides here, you do get accurate wheels, and there is sort of an attempt to make it look like there's a brake disc back here. It's actually this spacer that they've used to kind of make the wheels sit nicer, but the way it sits back there, it is definitely supposed to look like there is a brake disc, which is cool. And a lot of little details here going down the sides. When we make our way to the rear section, we do get plastic inserts for the taillights, which look really cool. Exhaust tips here that do poke out. Spyker license plate, another Spyker logo there. Looking at the interior here, not a whole lot to say, but you can see there's texturing on the seats. The dashboard has the little mirror up there. The steering wheel has nice paint to it. The radio dials and everything else here definitely is there and has some detailing. Definitely present on both models, perhaps even a little easier to see the dashboard detailing here. So very, very cool. Not crazy levels, but definitely unique and cool levels. Moving into our roll test, these do have real riders. They are rubber tires, and they do roll decently. You know, they're not rolling quite like a mini GT. There's definitely some friction and resistance, but they do roll for sure. When we put this on the scale, that comes out to be 27.61 grams. So they are definitely on the light side of things, which is odd because they do have quite a bit of metal in there. But yeah, definitely a little bit lighter than the typical premium model. Pros and cons, getting started with our pros. As of right now, this is the only way to get a C12 into your collections. So that is definitely pretty cool. It's actually one of the very few Spykers in general that is out there in the 1/64th-ish scale space. There is the Tomica C8, which I do have. I at least have the orange one of it. And I can say that these two do scale out very nicely, even though you won't be seeing that because the C8 is buried in my collection too far to find. The other big pro is that for the price, about $10, you are going to get a very nice and healthy amount of details, similar to what you'd get on like a poster cars, I would say. For our cons, I don't believe that these are licensed. I think these are unofficially licensed models, so not cool there. Definitely something. I'm not 100% certain of that. Don't quote me on that 100%, but I don't remember seeing any of the Spyker official licensing, anything like that on the package, which is odd because DCT typically does get officially licensed. So definitely odd there for sure. And then the other big con is going to be that it just sits up a little too high. Just not amazing there for sure. Uncool, but not horrendous either. Moving into some quick size comparisons. Like I said, I'm sorry I don't have the Spyker C8 from Tomica out here to do a size comparison. It is just simply buried in my collection right now and completely inaccessible. So I do have, though, here the Matchbox Porsche 911 from Moving Parts and the Hot Wheels Lotus Samira. And here we have it with some other similarly priced models with the Era car, Lexus LC500, and the DCT Maserati Gran Turismo. Now it is time to find some overall scores here. Hype level, I'm going to give it a 9.35 out of 10. I was definitely excited for this one. Not over the moon excited, but definitely very much looking forward to it because, again, Spykers do not come along often in the 1/64 scale space. Execution, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. There's a few little hiccups that I would like to see made better. The ride height for sure. This one has kind of a foggy headlight up front. So a few things that could work out better, especially at the $10 price point, but overall still pretty good. Feedback, the general community has been a little kinder than even I have been to these. I'm going to give it a 9.7. Everyone seems to enjoy what they got for the most part. When we take these three scores and average them out, we are going to end up with an overall score of 9.52 out of 10, which is a good score for a pretty good model, especially at its price point. I'm pretty sure that it is not officially licensed, which is definitely a bummer, but also it's just good to actually have one of these in 1/64 scale. I'm not sure how easy it is to even acquire the Spyker license anymore, you know. Not that that gives them an excuse, but it is something to ponder for sure. I have seen this model go on sale for as low as $6 with free shipping. So if you can get it at that price, it's absolutely totally worth it. I got mine for $10 each with free shipping, which still not bad, but it is something that you're going to have to question it. I would not pay more than about $10 for it though, personally. So with all of that in mind and the fact that all 6 color variations are fairly easy to find still, it is definitely something I would recommend picking up and adding to your collections. And with that, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new and haven't done that already, and make sure to leave a comment down below telling me what your thoughts are on these particular models, and I will see you in the next video.